When they saw that golden bottle, they instantly realized the secret between them. Vanna had already set her sights on a suspicious target, Dugan, the elite sniper who'd seen action, but the other's identity was like a ghost in the dark. She quietly sought her superior's approval to visit Larry in jail with Vanna driving. To catch Chai Wolf, she kidnapped his daughter, had a heart attack, concealed her death, forcing Larry's wife to reveal the mechanical room's secrets. Eventually, the woman died. Vanna wanted to apologize, but after killing her daughter, can sorry suffice? Larry had grown to love Vanna, but he knew he couldn't lay a hand on a CIA operative. The only thing left was to sacrifice himself. Thus, he slashed his throat to let Vanna see blood to curse her. But all Vanna could do was stare for Chai Wolf. Innocence died pursuing Chai Wolf. She reflected, was it worth it? Back at the CIA. She desperately washed her bloody hands. Surface stains could be removed, but inner grime stayed. Fortunately, she received good news. Information about the sniper Dugan had finally been found, but it clearly stated that Dugan's unit was lost during a mission. Dugan was dead. However, Vanna felt something was off. Records said troops were bombed, no bodies found, suggesting Dugan fakes his death. But how did he leave the Afghan battlefield alone and rename himself a hitman? Eddie knew that past, when in Afghanistan. Her maximum sniper range was only 1,400 meters, not nearly the dazzling 3,800 meters she later achieved, but that didn't stop her from hitting targets. She had done it countless times. The captain had secretly promised that only the soldier with the best performance could enjoy a drink in the barracks. So, this week, a group of pent-up soldiers stormed into a nearby city, all set to let loose, only to bump into a sunglass-wearing dude on the verge of a brawl. But this guy was slick, offering to buy drinks for the week. Actually, she had planned it long ago to talk to Eddie. She wanted Eddie to revenge and show up by taking out a foe. Yet, the military intel do times I 3 pounders and let alone moonlighting as a hitman. But everyone has a price, and after hearing the target was the drug dealer, Eddie and the others finally bit the bait that weekend. The big boss had just stepped out of the restaurant when suddenly he got a new hole in his forehead. His underlings went into full alert, unaware that the shot had come from a hotel. Eddie coolly packed up the sniper rifle and turned to head down, jumping into the getaway car they had prepared. That shot earned them a cool $3 million compared to the Army's pitiful pay. They'd better wait till retirement for such cash. He, an expert, then sought Eddie for long-term jobs, but he wasn't swayed by money. Wait 3 years to retirement, had considered it. Little did he know it was so near. Due to a language barrier, the special ops team went on a rampage, unaware those terrorists were just innocent villagers throwing a wedding. Yet they felt no remorse. After making sure there were no survivors, the captain tossed up a signal flare and requested missile support from above. With a thunderous roar, this mistaken massacre was quickly buried in flames, profoundly shocking young Eddie. So, on the way back to base, Eddie raised his hand for a stop, claiming a suspicious breach ahead might hide a trigger bomb for safety. He volunteered to go with his buddies to check it out. The captain found nothing wrong with it, but the team looked puzzled. Disarming bombs isn't the best job, so would they have to take him along? Eddie ignored their doubts and carefully carried a metal tit. As he slowly advanced, everyone's heart raced to their throats. The nearer Eddie got to the breach, he put down the detector and pulled out a carbon probe, sticking it into the ground with each step to check for landmines. After testing for anomalies, Eddie reached for the breach. Misunderstandings cleared, and everyone finally relaxed. Just as the captain signaled everyone to get back in the truck, Eddie quietly pulled out a phone. He joined the military with the intention of defending world peace, but then realized he was the one destroying it. Eddie finally turned dark. No more sniper Dugan, only the hitman Chai Wolf. He might be on the run for quite some time. Let me show you how the divine marksman will take you down. Now, Ed is ready to assassinate Musk. He rents a speedboat from a local captain near Musk's Island. Claims just for marine survey, but at destination, he sneakily slits captain's throat with a dagger. He then props the body up to make it look alive, so any patrolling drones won't raise an alarm. Plus, with the boat 2 miles from shore, who would suspect a hitman could snipe from such a bumpy ride? But Eddie has top-notch skills and a tailor-made sniper set up by a tech genius. Before the tycoon could hit the waves, he quickly fired a couple of shots to adjust the scope, all set. Eddie then disguised himself as a fish. Meanwhile, Musk had arrived to the beach under heavy security, ready for his daily immersive soak. Even knowing a hitman was on his tail, he was unfazed. Just as the security rode jet skis on patrol, Eddie was already he had his scope trained on Musk, but the distance was daunting. He'd have to account for the wind and wait for the right moment. Just as Musk popped his head up, the reticle suddenly floated away. Amid the roar of an engine, security was coming to clear. Left with no choice, he switched targets and dealt with the annoying security first, quickly reloading and preparing to aim again. Suddenly, a red dot popped up on his radar, a pesky drone. Fortunately, he had a trick up his sleeve. He had a signal jammer ready. Pressing the button caused the drone to plummet, but that action alerted the security team. Quick! Protect Musk! With a loud shout, security lunged, pushing Musk down into the water, burying the sniper's aim. But hey, humans still need to breathe, don't they? Eddie was calmly counting. Unfortunately, however, his aiming guard was slightly off, and a security guard stepped in to take the hit from Musk. But Eddie didn't panic. As long as his target was on the surface, he had a chance. Musk dived underwater again.